Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This go round, we are going to be playing Elite Dangerous. It's not predecessor. It's the opposite of predecessor. It's the anti-predecessor to Elite. I don't know the term. I'm sorry. I failed you again. No, the one that follows it. The progeny. My friend says friend, roommate. Roommate says project. Friend and roommate. We're good. Anyways, so I'm currently on a plan to fly to a place for a thing. So I'm gonna start with that. So first big difference, UI obviously, but the station. You actually have landing pads now that you actually fly around in. Another big difference, ship maneuverability. Rotation. Hey, no. Up, down. Actually turning your ship like that. I can move left, right. I can actually basically slide, and then obviously forward and backwards. But it's much more like flying a real ship. And then another big thing, the galaxy map. In Elite, one of those galaxies had 250 per screen. This is one system. I'm just going to start slowly zooming out. There's definitely over 250 right here alone. We've already hit about 2,000. Just shifting around. And this is all I can see. There's a lot. I think there is a total of, it's either 2 or 4 billion, I can't remember, stars in this game. So you weren't going to be able to explore 2,000, let alone 4 billion. It's huge, 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 huge. You still have the jump mechanism. That's similar. UI is very different though. You still have your map and your statistics. On the left is what you've got selected. Oh yeah, jumping. You have animation, so it's not just teleported. You actually fly through, and however far you have to jump, the longer it takes to do that animation. And it pops you off at the system's local star. Oh, don't crash into the star. You can crash into stars and die. A lot. On the right is your fuel indicator, and then just some status indicators. Is your landing gear up and down? Is your cargo scoop up and down? Are you mass locked? Mass locked means you can't jump. And the thing above fuel is your heat signature. So if you're a pirate or a bounty hunter, you can actually track ships through the heat signature. And there's really cool videos out there of people doing stealth runs and drifting through asteroid belts. Really, really, really cool stuff. So initial cockpit view, and then left side is what you've got selected and information about that. So it's the ship, the name of the ship, the captain, its affiliation, is it a wanted ship, is there a bounty on it, or whatever. You've got the little compass, and then in the center you've got a map. On the right side of the map you've got your throttle speed indicator. On the left side you have your temperature indicator. Watch as I get closer to this star, my temperature will go up 54, 56, 58, 61%. And if it gets too high you start taking damage, and if it gets all the way up there you explode rapidly and without warning. Well, no, you have warnings. Your ship kind of starts breaking apart and you blow up and die. It really sucks. On the right side you have you've got blue rings, which is your shields, and then you've got like a health bar under it, and then a 3D model of your actual ship. Between the model of you and your status fuel indicator you have a little system's power delivery. So you can deliver more power to your weapons if you're firing lasers a lot, more power to your system, which charges up your shield, or more power to your engines, which increases your top speed, so you can reorganize your power on the fly, which is very useful. So in combat, you want power to your weapons, and then if you start taking damage to your shield, you want to give power to your system. If you need to catch up to a guy, you want to give power to your engines. So that's nice to have in mid-battle. And it helps if you've got something like the actual joystick I'm using is a Logitech. Here, it's called get back here. It's a Logitech. Oh yeah, Extreme 3D Pro. It's got this nice little thing on the top. If you're gonna play this game seriously at all, you really need to consider getting a joystick. It makes it so much easier to fly around.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh great! I'm flying into an anarchy! That sounds like a whole lot of fun and not dangerous at all. Oh yeah, political. Okay, so you have politics. You had the power structures in the old one, but they didn't have nearly as many repercussions. I mean, yeah, you'd get shot up by ships, but in this, your political ties actually influence what you can do. So, can you accept certain missions? Can you drive people certain places? Can you participate in certain wars or certain assassination type missions? That's another big one. There's missions in this game. Holy mackerel! Holy mackerel. Here, let's see if I can't target a ship for you. There, so see on the left it gives me an outline of what that ship looks like and my current orientation to it. I am in currently what's called Super Cruise, so it's not actually jumping faster than the speed. Well, it's faster than the speed of light, but I'm not like the teleportation thing. So Super Cruise lets you get from place to place quickly. In front of me, you see these orange circles. Those are actually orbiting lines. Turn them off. I can turn them on. Sorry, I'm coming at this really fast. But it helps you, so if a station is rotating around a planet, or orbiting a planet, you can more easily target it. And there's some things where you have to worry about getting sucked in with gravity and whatnot, or smashed by an asteroid out of nowhere, which is really annoying. Okay, so panels. Right panel, your just things about your ship, your status, your political influence, your current balance, your ranking. So there's different areas you can rank in now. Modules is just the components of your ship. Fire groups is basically mapping your weapons to buttons. Inventory is your cargo. Materials is like mining material. Data, that's for engineering. Synthesis, again for engineering. Cabins, if you can get cabins for your ship, and holy moly, you can get cabins for your ship and transport people. That's a mission. Functions is just and then like game stuff. How your ship operates. Oh dearie, I do not want to crash into that planet. Okay. 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 Okay, so anyways. Oh yeah, the other big thing. No, you don't, son! Okay, pirate. I'm getting interdicted by a pirate. I don't want... You know what? Screw this. I'm gonna let myself get interdicted. Pull out of cruise. Okay, so I am a bounty hunter. I actually play as a bounty hunter in this game. So I've got a lot of stuff that lets me bounty hunt. Good weapons. Shut up! Kill warrant scanner. Lets me get higher bounties on people.
Shields offline.
Regenerate shields. Okay. So I'm kind of playing dodge 'em. What is this guy?
Shields online. Shields offline. Taking damage.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get behind this guy and blast him in the butt. He's pretty well equipped. Okay, I'm getting out of here.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Oh, no you don't, son. Okay, I can't take this guy. Normally I can take the guys that try to pull me out. So he had really, really good lasers on him, which helped him crack my shields quickly, and then he did a lot of damage to my ship. He's got a beam laser, which is a solid. Anyways, oh yeah, so that's another thing. A lot more weapons. Look different.
November Echo Papa. This is an independent star system commander. Request docking permission prior to touching down.
Okay, Mr. Russian space guy. Rise up now. Never surrender. Cool, I'm surrounded by a bunch of communists. So docking works a little differently, but it's relatively similar. It's a lot easier to do because you have the actual visuals to help you, and you can move around more freely. 43 minutes. So that's my landing pad there, 43. Put my landing gear up.
Landing gear deployed.
So I go to my pad. Oop, overshot it. Okay, so you actually have to land on the landing pad. There's different kinds of stations. Some of them you don't even fly into. There's just landing pads facing space.
More information, Commander.
So the actual interface is very different. So let's get all my fuel. Let's fix my ship. And while I'm here, let me show you a little bit of the difference. So you still have the trade, but there's a lot more items. And if you can see from the map, let me open this up for you real quick. The trade is a lot more complex. So there's more items. There's more buy sell. So let's turn on trade routes, and now we can see everything that's going in and out of this place, and the different. And different colors. Now we can see what all everybody's trading to this place. And we still have trade data from that place, and probably trade data from a couple other places. But you can figure out this place is taking in a lot of stuff and sending out a lot of this purple to. So they're taking in a lot of stuff, and then not sending out much. So this is a good place to sell to, not so much a good place to buy from. But there's a lot more. There's still categories of items, but there's a lot more items. So let me just. So you have the supply and demand, how much you're carrying, how much it costs to buy, and how much it costs to sell, and then the galactic average of what the sell price is, how much you could probably sell it for. So let's see, what do they have a lot of? Buy. Yeah, this is not a good place to buy from, because we see often the buy price is higher than the galactic average. So obviously you wouldn't want to buy from here much at all. Slaves are generally illegal. So you want to avoid that. You can maybe make money off of scrap, but you don't want to haul scrap. You make no money that way. Okay, so there's a lot more stuff to buy and sell, and a lot more complex trading, and there's actual meta rules about buying and selling at certain places influences other things. Oh, and then one other key component of that is that this is technically an MMO. So other people can come, buy and sell, and if you give more, if one place gets more materials, they can get more, they can actually build new stations. The game will generate new stations. Vice versa, if a place is losing a lot to like war or whatever, they'll lose stations, etc. There's also missions. So this is a take down a pirate lord. So I have to go find this guy and blow him up. So there's missions, passengers. You can get passengers, passenger missions. Contacts is paying fines or getting bounties or trade dividends. You can invest in companies. Intel packages if you get military intelligence. Combat bonds if you participate in a war. You get sold stuff. And some places have a black market. Universal cartographics, that's, you can get map data, so if you're an explorer, you can sell map data and actually make a decent living off of it. Crew lounge, if you have a bigger ship, you can get multiple crew members and have them help you out with your ship or whatnot. Or, in the most recent update, this came out a couple of weeks ago, you can actually buy smaller ships to launch and they will fly alongside you in a group. So, we've always been able to do that with friends who've had the game. But now you can actually basically hire fake friends to fly ships with you.
You have cleared the no-fire zone. Until next time, Commander.
Goodbye, my comrade. It's literally what it sounds like. It's kind of funny. I did not know there were Russians in space. And I didn't figure that Russians would be anarchists either. Okay, so we are not mass locked, so now we can jump. Because there's a lot more nuance in what you can do, when I actually land, I'll show you a little bit about the hardware nuances. You can do a lot more with what you want to do as a career. So you could be an explorer, like I mentioned earlier. You could be a pirate. You could be a bounty hunter. You could be a mercenary and work at wars. You could be, obviously, you can be a trader. It's a decent one, except you have to worry about getting hunted by pirates a lot. A cruise captain, you can, if you get enough money, cruise ships are very, very, very expensive. But if you if you get a lot of money from trade, you can buy a cruise ship and ferry people around. Oh, you can mine. Mining is, you can make decent money from that. So you have to get a mining laser and facilities, and you can mine asteroids or on planets. And then you can get ships which are multifunctionality. I have a what's called a Cobra Mark IV. It's a very multifunctional ship, so it's got a decent sized cargo hold. It's a little bit bigger, but it also has a lot of space for weapons. So I like to do bounty hunting, but I also do some trading. Oh yeah, and you can also be a smuggler. I go bounty hunting a lot, and I also do a lot of illegal goods trading. It's fun. Judge me all you want. Oh crap. It's fun because you're working with the authorities on the bounty hunting side, but then you're also have to outrun the authorities when you're smuggling or sneak it into, because if you take illegal goods into a starport, you get blown up nearly instantly if you get caught. So you have to hope that you don't get scanned. So what you can do, if you like turn off your engines and turn off your entire ship and like float into the station, you won't get scanned because you don't have a heat signature, so nobody can lock onto you. Okay, here we go. Last jump to get to Wolf 397, where my personal engineer is. So we are gonna jump. Oop. Jump's good. Oh yeah, well, I'll show you this stuff later when I'm not about to crash into a large star. In about 2 seconds to Mississippi. I was wrong. Sometimes it takes a while. And yeah, this is technically okay because it is an MMO and because it is online. Loading can take a while. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this would be the point in which you would normally have been seeing me driving around on the planet and being really baller and stuff. But unfortunately, OBS did not capture that very well. The audio was unrecoverably garbled and the last important bits were cut off. So I'm just going to give you my overall impressions of Elite Dangerous. It really feels more like an iterative improvement, more of a fleshing out of Elite than it really feels like a new or fundamentally different game. It builds on a lot of the core innovations made by Elite and kind of realizes them more fully, more completely. It's really interesting this season. There's been, new stuff coming along, constant upgrades to the game. But really, it's not so much innovative as it is iterative. That's not to say it's a bad game. It's a fantastic, fantastic game. If you can get it, because it's totally worth it. With that being said, that's generally what I think of it. So, thank you once again for watching this video. I'll catch you all in the next one.